Ninjago Garmadon Comics is honestly my favorite Ninjago spin-off story we've ever gotten. Ninjago sets just bring the Ninjago show to life way more than most other shows. Ninjago spin-offs don't get this treatment, like Garmadon doesn't have sets, Dark Island doesn't have sets, and Spinjitzu Brothers does not have sets. I've made a Dark Island MOC, I've made a Spinjitzu Brothers MOCs, actually multiple of those, but now it's time for a Garmadon comic MOC. The Garmadon comics is basically a 5-issue story that goes over how Garmadon stumbles upon a village called the Two Moon Village that is being terrorized by Lord Mogra, and then Garmadon, fights Mogra off and saves the village at the end. The Garmadon comics have great storytelling, amazing art, and incredible characters that I think would translate really well into Lego set form. And arguably the coolest part in the Garmadon comic series is in issue 3 when Garmadon is fighting Lord Mogra in a burning down Two Moon Village. So let me show you my idea for this build. Here is my incredibly detailed illustration of what I am going to be building for this set. Basically, it's the Two Moon Village battle. You see Garmadon and Lord Mogra fighting right there. There's a village house right there that is burning, and then we're going to have sort of like a Ninjago sort of gate, but more like Two Moon Village-esque. This is all going to look more like in the comics. This isn't final or anything, obviously, but it's also going to be burning a little bit. And then we're going to have a little wagon build with some of the Two Moon tea in it. The Two Moon tea is purple, by the way. That is completely intentional. And then, so yeah, we're going to have Garmadon and Lord Mogra as figures, and then Min as a figure, and then 2 figures, which I have not decided on yet. Alright everyone, I completed the minifigures. For the figures, we have Garmadon, Min, a scared civilian, Lord Mogra, and a Red Crow thug. Alright guys, it's a few days later, and I'm going to start building some stuff. I got a pick-a-brick the other day, as well as a few of these that I can use to make a few bases for the build. So the night that I filmed the last clip, my camera died, and so I was working on it, but I couldn't film any progress. And then I got some good progress in that night, and so I really hit it hard in the morning, and so the MOC is done. So, my bad. Anyways, it looks awesome, so let me show it to you. Ah! Alright guys, so to start, well that hurt a little bit. To start off, we have the gate. I knocked her off on purpose, I promise. Got the gate here. I think it ended up looking pretty good. You got those white walls right there with some flames on them, and then the big thing that goes out like this. I'm super happy to have those pieces that give it that curve. It looks super good right there. I was running out of pieces, so you can see there's 2 like crafting table pieces there and stuff, but it's all right. But you've got the ground here with some plants on either side, and then you've got some flames on the floor there, and you've got a lot of flames up here on the top because wood is incredibly flammable, if you didn't know. Honestly, I think it's a pretty cool looking gate. You've also got Min here, her figure. If you want to see a full review of her figure, go check out my custom Min video. And then I've got a guy who's genuinely from the Garmadon comics. It is just one of the guys, but I tried to make him look as accurate as possible. So I gave him the normal stuff here, but then I gave him a mask that was in the comics. Gave him a normal bat, and then I gave him Mr. E's torso to add more of that red. Because there's more red on these guys since they're the Red Crows. So that added some red there, which was good. And then some cool pants right there. Overall, the gate build, I think, turned out really well. Here is our burning house here. I think this ended up turning out really well done, to be honest. There's a lot of loose pieces here in the back, but we'll get to those. So you've got this cool bush out here with some plant pieces right there. A flame on the floor there. Some cool little rocks creating a little path up to the house. And then you've got some more flames there. The entrance to the house, which is sort of halfway done there. You can see the wall is sort of burning that way. And then you've got the roof, which barely any is left. You've got the civilian in the doorway. I hate having these loose pieces in here. I feel like I could have done that better, possibly. But you've got the civilian in there. Burning roof there. And then if you go in the house, you can see there's that big burning wall right there. And then you can see in the house, I put a loose piece here of basically what fell off of the roof, like another part of the roof that, like, according to my storytelling here, like fell off and onto the floor. Then you've got the table here that's still standing, and then you've got a plant here on the floor that is fallen off of that table. As you can see, for the floor design, I basically just did all brown pieces except for a little bit of red to add sort of like a carpet, kinda. But overall, I feel like the interior and everything was good, worked out really well. I think that looks super sick, and it's not supposed to be a full house here. It's also like supposed to be continued out a little bit, but overall I do think it turned out really well. A really good little civilian figure here. Overall, looks sick. Now we got the good part here, folks. We've got the battle. We've got a wagon here with Two Moon tea in it, which is basically what the Two Moon Village gives to this guy and his empire. And so basically it's just a little wagon, 2 wagon wheels on the side. It just goes out right there. 2 barrels of Two Moon tea, which I've just used a bunch of loose purple, pink, translucent purple, translucent pink studs to create that sort of effect there. You've got up at the front, just that little design. I wasn't really trying too much here. And then these 2 parts, which really give it that wagon feel, because that's where you can put the horse. Overall, I do think this looks really sick. And then, of course, we have up here at the top, Garmadon. His figure is super sick. I love Garmadon's figure that I've created here. I gave him the angry face, a sword, and then a little chicken thing, which he does have in the comics in this specific part, which I think is really funny. Overall, I think his figure's great. And then Lord Mogra, if you've seen my original like creation of his like figure, you'll know that I put a half mask on instead of a mustache, but now I have a mustache because that works better. So I think that looks super sick. He's got the wings, looking really good. I love his figure. Looks super, super sick right there. And then they're just fighting on the T, because if you've seen the comics, you know that they both use the T in the fight. So they're possibly, you know, like fighting over the T. Overall, this wagon build looks super, super sick. There you go, guys. That is the completed MOC. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I think it looks super sick. Definitely some things I could improve on it, but overall, for the pieces I had and everything, I think it turned out really well. But anyway, guys, that is just going to about do it for this video. Tell me what you think in the comments. Other than that, I hope you all have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!